So apparently the whole time, at least in the movies, Quicksilver doesn't have super speed. His actual mutant power is to slow everything around him. And the whole thing is completely explained in Dark Phoenix. And that's why, of course, none of us knew about it. I mean, hell, I don't even know about it because I didn't see it, and I don't know if any of you have seen it, so nobody can disprove me about it.
I will have you know, sir, that I have seen Dark Phoenix.
Oh, God, you just killed that argument.
He lies
My memory's
a lot
also
too,
shit,
though.
so I probably wouldn't remember.
But then most people put that out of their memory anyway.
Yeah. There was a lot of weird shit in that movie.
I mean, he was just telling you how he's what was the number, like the 1,800,000th winner? The fucking
7.38 billionth Google search.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got really good luck anyway. So
which I call bullshit on, because how many people are there in the world, and everyone has the internet? There's no way I had the 7.38 billionth search.
Unless it's for Elon Musk, then I could believe it.
Well, the video you were watching was the one with the Tesla self-charging itself, right? I mean, over and over and over again.
Well, I search Elon Musk nudes like at least a dozen times a day. So.
The first time you meant to type news, but then afterwards you just kind of fucking.
I was just kind of like, yeah, you know what? Who am I fooling?
It's an internet rabbit hole we all click down, right?
Guys, careful. You just took the room up from here from 73 degrees to 77 degrees. It's getting a little warm in here.
Come on, man.
So that's a bit of an inside joke where Joe's the owner of a Tesla, and he realized that one day in his Tesla he was unhappy with his temperature that was being provided by the car. So he asked the car's onboard supercomputer to help him out.
Yeah, so I saw this on YouTube where apparently you can just hit the button and say like just random things and it'll figure out. So I said, I'm cold. And it said, okay, increasing temperature by 3 degrees. And I was like, who does that? Who does 3-degree increments? Like, come on. You all can't say in your house that you adjust your thermostat by odd number increments.
I do.
Nuh-uh.
Absolutely, because if the house gets if it gets 80 degrees in this house, I start sweating like crazy. But 79 degrees, I don't start sweating.
Really?
And 77 degrees, I'm cool.
First of all, 79, 80 degrees, that's warm.
There is a degree, but that is literally 80 degrees. That is my sweat point. Like I can tell.
I can't say that I've ever been like, wait a minute. Is it 73 degrees in here?
He gets the squiggle lines above his head. Spider-Man
spider sense. Like it should be 7. No, I can't tell the difference like that. But I will if I look over at the wall and I see 73 degrees. It irks me. It has to be an even number.
See, your irkness though is odd numbers, but I would push back and say that when I adjust temperature in the house, I adjust it single degrees until we get to that sweet spot, and 1 is of course an odd number. So I don't mean to upset you. I mean, if that's a trigger point for you, I'm glad we don't have to worry about like fucking famine and viruses and global pandemics and.
Those are all trivial.
The loneliest number.
What's that?
1 is also the loneliest number.
It is. Yep.
You should write a song about that.
But you know what isn't? When it's Thursday, I've got 3 of my best good buddies here because it's figure action night, and some awesome people in the chat room and Night Wingham. I mean,
how did you? You
one hell
put
of
it
a
in the correct direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Hi, everybody.
Normally, we're the ones that have to re-rail you, and you re-railed us.
And we appreciate it. We felt it. We all felt it.
You all felt my railing?
We all felt your railing. From there.
Yes.
It was a good railing.
It was a good hard railing.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday night. It is an odd show because we are an odd show, and you all signed up for that when you clicked into the video. So go ahead and click the like button because we're an odd fucking show that nobody can figure out, but you all come back because you like us.
It's not an odd numbered show, is it? What?
No.
Is this?
96.
It's divisible by 3.
96. Okay.
Yeah, you're safe.
It's divisible by 3, though.
So I'm off next week because I don't want to see 97.
Joe, I've known you for a long time, and this
you didn't know this
fear of this odd number. I have to look it up. Someone put it in the chat. There's a phobia for everything. What is the fear of odd numbers? Someone
it's not
put
a
that
fear.
in there.
I will tell you this: if
Sigmund
I've ever
Freud says
been,
it's a fear. You are afraid, sir. You tremble.
if I've ever been in your car, and I
You
didn't
have.
touch your radio, it's because your display had the correct volume or whatever. Now, a radio station's different. That doesn't count. But
You
if
can't control that.
If you crank up the volume and you stop at 13, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. Like
That's
I'm
what
gonna
my
dial it
TV
back
set
down
for
to
my
12. Or
PlayStation.
we're gonna go to 14. You don't stop at 13.
My TV set for that. That's what my PlayStation volume level is.
Oh man.
For a second there,
You
Dave,
can't
I
come into
thought
my
you said.
house.
Actually, that's a good point, Dave. You just made me think. What, Joe, did we do when you had to set? Now, if you're youngins in the audience, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When you had to set your TV to 3 to play video games.
Yes.
Was this a sort of thing you had to get used to?
Maybe that's where it comes from.
That could be. But that would be a source of joy to be able to set it to 3 and know that you're about to jump into some video gaming.
I remember
that. Because the TV went up to 12, and then after 12, that was UHF.
And you had to switch the other knob.
Yes.
I've been there.
I will say this.
13.
I also had a TV that...
You old. I'll trust you.
It wasn't 3. I had a TV that went backwards. Like, so before channel 1, there was just AV. And it had its own thing.
So that's where you got screwed up.
That was like the next generation. That was after.
The next generation was having the splicer, and you could slide it, from TV to VCR.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think you used to have the option to use channel 3 or 4. On the Atari, anyway.
Yeah. Wasn't there like a button on, or a little rocker switch?
Yeah, that you could toggle which one, 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the kids in the audience are like, is this an app? What are they talking about?
We don't.
I don't think we have any kids.
Yeah,
we don't. The following video is intended for audiences 13 and up.
Yeah. No
so let's pull it back for a second and say, T, how have you been?
I've been spectacular, just spectacular. People messaging me while I'm on here, and they expect
That's
me to
because you're
answer.
important, and people demand your attention.
I'm live. I'm not going to do that. But pray every time I switch the camera, my internet goes out. Let's see.
Oh, I'm not gonna have to make another meme video, am I? You're not gonna.
You were on point with that, though. I'll give you that.
That was.
I honestly, I was gonna add the I was gonna add the Wilhelm scream to it, but with the sound editing, I don't have skills.
And you're not Tarantino.
Yeah.
So obviously, T could not handle the stress of the how you been. So Dave, how have you been?
Now there's 3. Dude, our show's is now in increments of 3.
Oh,
there are 3 of us now.
All right, I'm out.
I'm doing all right. I am hopefully, working on stabilizing things here at the home on the employment level. Haven't got too much of that, but just read into that as you will, our faithful viewers. But doing a ton of cooking. So, of course, if you hit my Facebook page, Dave the Grillmeister, you will catch a lot of my cooking vids on there. And I'm trying to add up to there weekly. And then uh-oh.
He's trying. God bless him. God bless his merry little heart.
Yes. Come on, internet. Come on, Baltimore internet.
Do we all have to
give a little
clap
bandwidth.
our hands at the same time to get these?
Please, everyone, have a heart. Purchase a shirt from the Figure Action store so we can purchase T his brand new internet. Actually, coming soon are masks. We're going to have Figure Action masks on the store. Joe is actually going to cut his shirts into tatters and sew them for us and send them out.
We do need a Dave mask.
We do.
Ooh.
Leave the sweat in so it can be authentic.
But acquisitions, of course, are a little on the slower side. I did able to pick up the McFarlane Jack Napier Joker figure.
Nice.
From the Batman White Knight series. This is such a good comic. absolutely recommend picking up both White Knight and the sequel. It's just a really good Joker story, and just a lot of cool what ifs. It's an Elseworld, so it's not canon.
Dave, is the sequel comic in trade paperback yet released? Because that's what I'm waiting on.
It should be, and it's got my favorite. I love Azrael. Azrael's one of my favorite characters since the '90s, and it has a very interesting take on him. And I really want that figure. But as far as a guy in a suit, this is pretty good. I'm actually about to put a very cool picture of this guy up on Instagram. Maybe even do it during the show. So, if you're not familiar with the story, you might be wondering why we have a non-Joker Joker, and he does come with a Joker head. They all go well together. It's basically him and a very large pistol. But aside from that, I'm just kind of doing cooking, I'm doing cleaning, I'm doing housework, and trudging on every day.
If anyone has to search Jack Napier, make sure you have it on safe search.
Why?
Why?
Because that's a porn star.
Really?
I give that person props then for sneaking in his name in those search results for what would otherwise be just a nerdtastic search, and then boom.
He's a nerdy porn star.
Really?
That exists.
While searching, T found out that's also the name of the Joker by accident.
I honestly did forget that from the original, from the '90s movie.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell
So why were you looking up Jack Napier?
Well, that was my follow-up question.
Based upon that,
So, Dave, is that wrap you, or are you to go?
Yeah, I'm simple.
All right. We'll have to go back to T and see if he can redeem himself. T, can you handle yourself now? Can you keep your collective shit together? Go.
I think when I can't be on Wi-Fi and back-facing camera at the same time. But friend of the show, Nathan Simmons, he sent me finally. He's holding them hostage. And I think some other people may still be hostage. The rest of my G.I. Joe classified. I got them in there. Awesome. I hope this looks as clear as it looks to me right now.
It is choppy.
No.
Yes, T. It's super clear.
It's as clear as the water in the Baltimore Harbor.
Dave was just about to say that. Excellent. State-to-state fist bump.
The thing on Destro's head is bust off. Magic to wear bust off. Because I got all these tape people. And I finally picked up the Target Black Widow because she was on clearance. And I actually like her face more out of package than in package. I did not like it, but somehow miraculously, it's like it transformed when I got it out of package.
It's a great figure. I was very happy to have it.
That is not a Transformer.
Yep. I'm still gonna cannibalize her equipment, Scarlet here. But Kevin Womack found the clones right here. I put up a review for that. Also bought another set of these Micro Wars little people because I like little people. I think I got Joe this set and I didn't get myself it.
I do have a couple of those that you gave me.
But I wanted these guys that look like real military guys because you can see their face. I picked up this Guru Raka statue and I chopped her up and put her on this figure right here.
Oh, okay.
And Nate also sent me these anime hero figures from Naruto Shippuden.
If they had ab crunches, I'd be interested in them.
Yeah, that ain't their only problem. Just wait till I get to the reviews. And I bought DJ Yonder because he was also on clearance at the same time I found.
What'd you pick him up for?
I picked him up so I can give his guns to Roadblock right here.
No, I mean, how much did you pay for him for DJ Yonder?
I believe he's $13.
I had that figure and returned it. If you'll remember, I was not impressed.
Oh, you opened it?
I did open it. I messed with it. I was not for me.
Well, he's a equipment kit for me right now.
Yeah, so it don't matter.
I found these for $5.
So why buy 3?
Well,
He's
one's mine.
Womack-ing it.
One is Parkformers, one is Nate Simmons, and the other one is going to somebody. And I found this set for $15.
That's a
So
steal.
it's like I got 3 figures for free and $5 off one of them.
So those are
It's
all
the only
like,
way you can get Diva right here.
in the alternate skins.
Well, the only way you can get Hasbro Diva. But
Oh, that's
so.
true. They never released the regular skin Diva, did they?
They
Nope.
dropped the ball on that
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
They quit. Like they didn't even tell anybody. They just buried it out back real fast.
But I
Like
will say,
they couldn't hold their weapons for Christ's sake. Like that's the how does that happen?
I think the only one that can hold the weapons is Zarya right here.
Yeah.
Genji can hold his swords, but I'm gonna have to see about Diva. Her hands look like they're tight, but I know Farah couldn't hold her gun
No.
that well.
no, but Farah was actually, Farah was a cool figure, especially with the booster effects, the flight
Mhm.
stand, and
Yeah,
the shoulder missile pods.
she reminded me. She's really close to a retail Figma Samus.
That's why I don't understand how they screwed this lineup so much. They had paint, they had good details, they had articulation, they had different materials used and different textures. It should have been a home run, but
Yeah, all the weapons and blast effects.
yeah.
Hey, Matt. Well, this is going to be a spoiler for you, I guess. Was
Sure.
her thumb and index finger connected together? No, middle finger connected.
Fused together, yes. I had to pop them.
And mine's popped when I put this gun in there.
Yeah. Like just barely, just enough where I could tell that it was fighting me. Then once I wiggled it open, as you do, it was fine.
Yeah, I was okay with it because I only needed her to hold that bow. You could just slide that in like a transformer weapon. But I believe that's it for me. I'm not used to this Womakian haul, but here we go.
Now, if it was a true Womakian haul, you wouldn't realize that it was still in your house as you bought it 3 times.
And I'm missing Hot Toys and Mezco.
I think
But
this is
most of the
probably true. I think they screwed around too much and didn't go with their sure bets, and then that happened. So that's probably true.
The fact they didn't give us a Reaper said it all. The Reaper that they gave us was like, that was a freaking
That was a Hasbro move that backfired. That shit
Think
works for like
Reaper-
Marvel Legends, but that didn't work for this line.
Reaper, the white skin variants, and the GameStop exclusive, the dude with the skates. Those are the only ones I've never bought yet. Now that I got this.
the Cowboy.
Yeah, I got him.
Oh, you did?
I got
Okay.
the separate version. I mean, I never reviewed it. I like him, but he does not have any ankle pivot at all. But he's a joy to pose, except no ankle pivot.
I almost went back and got him, but I stopped myself.
We don't have
Yeah,
enough
he's
good
really
cowboy figures. There needs to be more 6-inch cowboys.
Oh yeah, you'll probably
Um,
have to make your own poncho.
They
'cause
made a
that
movie
thing
about that.
hindered.
Several, I think.
There's something about a broken mountain.
Just the backside.
Yeah.
But Joe, did you get anything? Or you have anything to talk about?
I did get something. I got courtesy of, well, not courtesy, but
This.
via Nate Simmons. I did pay for
He's
this.
courteous. He's courteous.
He is courteous, yes. And he packs his shit really good.
He does pack
and
his
I
stuff
swear, he he teleported this thing. He's in California of all places. I'm trying to keep this G rated, right? I'm just gonna go right over what you just said.
You
When
said
this
it.
thing showed up, like in a day. It was amazing. But anyway, it's my very first Storm collectible.
Nice.
Ooh.
Ah,
So yeah, Doomsday. As my first Storm collectibles, I have to say I am very impressed. I knew that they used like the soft rubbery stuff everywhere, and the only thing I would say I'm gonna complain about, right, is his soft, squishy tushy, right?
So now
When
you're
I-
buying every Chun-Li they've ever made, right?
So coming from something like this, who's got a firm, like there's some support there. When I'm handling a figure, I want some support back there. This,
Okay.
I've already had a couple times where like I've like almost like stuck my finger, like
That-
he's not the only one. Even Cyrax has a soft booty.
yes. I mean, I think they could have done
I
something
feel
else.
sorry for y'all girls.
But it works. It works surprisingly well for the chest. I was not expecting it to work that well, and there's even like a soft rubbery piece here. So I really dig it. I'm not a huge fan of the Injustice designs, but Doomsday is one.
That's pretty faithful,
That-
isn't it?
It is pretty faithful. I mean, he's follically challenged, just like myself. They
Are you gonna get the dark
spikes are
side?
different. No, I actually don't like the dark side design.
Really?
Yeah, for Injustice. I'm like keep it classic with my dark side.
I saw a really good D Amazing, of course. You watch his review, you find yourself buying it halfway before the
I'm
review's done.
I'm sure
But
it's a great figure, but I'm not a big fan of the design. I'm actually that's one of the things that has me really nervous about the Snyder cut for Justice League. If they're gonna put Darkseid in that, I don't know what he's gonna do with the design of Darkseid. I'm kind of
Not much, because they aren't making a sequel.
I have come here, you. Like this right here, the Mezco. That is Darkseid. That's what I want my Darkseid to look like.
D Amazing actually put that cape on the Storm figure, and it looked pretty rockin'.
Did it?
Yes.
Is that the figure that's made of stone?
It is.
Yeah, I'm about to
It's
say.
made of.
You got a
Hollow
rock
stone.
hard butt.
It does
then-
have a heart. Well, you know what? Hold on.
And then, of course, the Storm collectible one also
Yes.
has the Omega Effect beams plug-in eyes.
So does the Mezco, and the Mezco has light up eyes.
True, they don't have the light up eyes, but you can actually
I don't know if I have batteries in it, to be honest with you.
don't break the head.
Joe
Does
Nightwing wants
Doomsday
to.
have a ponytail?
Does Doomsday have a pen? Yes, he does.
Did you ever play Injustice, the first one?
Some of it.
I love Doomsday had one of the best super moves of the entire game.
You know me. I get a game, I play it for like 2 days, and then I give up on it. But
I think that
yeah, I
was
really like this
free.
figure. It's definitely huge. It's
Yeah, I heard that he's so tall it doesn't even say 1/12 scale on the box. All the other figures say that.
It's very here. Let me see.
Because he's way bigger than he should be.
He's
Yes,
bigger than
it's-
Goro. I mean, I got Bane, and Bane's a huge figure, and he's bigger than Bane.
There's SH Figure Arts Goku.
Phew.
Jesus.
He's a monster. So Goku's like the size, like his leg, basically. Probably about the same amount of plastic too.
Ah.
So this is very substantial for the price that you pay. You are paying. Oh God, Nate, correct me, but it was like what? It's $100? I think it was
He's
$100.
like, yeah, he's like 95, 100.
Yeah.
Nightwingham is unhappy with the color of the ponytail, and he holds you personally responsible.
Well, all I can say is, I don't know. Maybe there's like a different podcast for that. I'm just kidding.
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Nathan,
What should I paint it?
$100.
No, I'm not gonna paint it.
What color should it be? I'm curious. Should it be white?
It should
I
be
guess
white.
it should be white. He should have a lot of like white hair, and I guess somebody could make a head, like a different head. But
I think
and he
they
does come
already
with two
have.
heads. He has like a normal normal face, and then a screaming face.
Oh.
Yeah. And then other than that, he comes with just like fists, and he's got like open, come at me, bro, hands, and then the like gripping hands.
You know, for a bringer of destruction, they're really well manicured.
Yes, he is. He's very well manicured.
I've been seeing a bunch of different head sculpts for him, custom head sculpts.
Oh, really?
And Bane too.
Yeah, it seems like an easy grab for somebody to do. Speaking of custom head sculpts, I may have done a thing,
Ooh.
and I was like perusing eBay, and I might have ordered a 1/6 scale Elon Musk head sculpt.
We don't know if you're kidding or not.
Don't ask me what I'm gonna do with it, but
I'm gonna be scared.
it's going.
Well, you
I
got
think
the
I'm gonna.
one.
Just
You got
don't
the
forget,
one.
you can get an anatomically correct TBL League figure.
That's
Yeah.
what I was about
Yeah.
to say.
I think
again,
I'm a-
Dave.
Like a big, huge, muscular, like just ripped, with an Elon Musk head, and just
You're
have
gonna
him,
pose
like,
it and spray paint the whole thing gray and make a statue, like a 1/6 scale statue. It's amazing.
and then I'll take a picture of it and I'll send it to his Twitter, and I'll be like, "Hey,
You'll
you
say
can
that,
come over to
that's
my house
bullshit.
and play with my 1/6 scale you," you know?
And he's like, "Fuck my stock."
That's right. Yeah. But that's it. That's it for me. Other than a broken refrigerator, that's about all I got.
And
So
you got the Wagyu. You got the Wagyu.
Oh yeah, I got the Wagyu. Yeah, the Wagyu is freezing in the deep freezer. So I was hoping to get my refrigerator fixed today, but it didn't happen. So the Wagyu is, dude, I don't know. I'm cooking it Saturday, so I'm thinking either tonight or tomorrow morning I'm gonna take it out of the freezer, put it in the cooler.
You cook that well done, I will travel borders and punch you in the face.
Not
Good.
Not well. There is no such thing as. There's another thing I got. There was another haul. I don't have it here, so I can. But do you know what a meter is?
Yeah, it's
Meter.
about this long.
This
You got
is
a you got a 1/6 scale of my penis?
This is America. We don't do that. No, a meter is
That's
a
what the ladies used to
wireless
call me.
digital meat thermometer, and I got a set of those. It's Bluetooth, so I literally can put the thermometer in the meat.
Yeah, but
And-
you don't need that for a flat top. You need that for like a smoker.
I can use it for everything.
He's using it right now, and you don't want to know.
I
where
know.
it's at.
I'm using it right now.
And it has to
Exactly.
do with
Hold
the
on.
squishy bum.
Let me find out what my temperature is. Oh, 98.6. All right, perfect. So
On my
Okay.
virtual happy hour tonight, one of my coworkers had the opposite problem with her refrigerator. She said everything was frozen solid, like even the milk was frozen solid.
if she could send
Only
some
when
of
I'm
that
laying on my back,
chillness,
Nightwinging.
or maybe you, T-Man, you are the connoisseur of chill. If you could send some chill my way, I could use some. Especially since my coolers are running low on ice.
Do you think you could if you can't get your fridge fixed, could you send it down to T for him to review, chill review?
Yeah, I could. A
She
UPS
got-
thing.
Nositol,
Is it a hard butt or a squishy butt?
hard. She can hold the gun.
Mr. Parts, how the hell are you doing?
How are you doing, Matt?
I think the T should make that part of his chill review. The squishy butt scale at the beginning of the review. You could just give it a 1 out of 5. I think 5, that's a good rating system to try to like.
Squishy boobs like Cammy.
You can see, there's a market for it.
Yeah.
You can make it a thing.
Cool.
I'm great.
Well, what do we
Um,
got in the news? No, we're skipping you now. You had a moment and you skipped it. You wanted to
Now
talk about
now suddenly
squishy
someone's fucking wide awake. Yeah, look at that.
But some
How
of
the
these
hell you
comments that get blocked, I'm like, why? Like
So-
somebody put a sad face and it got held up for approval.
On our chat,
Yeah.
why are
Mafia.
why are you sad? Don't be sad. Sad's not allowed in the chat. That's why it got held up. I'm great. As T already fucking spoiled, I found me a Scarlet. So my the Walmart near my son's school apparently likes to hide things because these weren't where they should have been. They were over by the Disney Mickey Mouse Clubhouse toys.
Oh,
but I found them.
Mickey Mouse, when I think Mickey Mouse, I'm thinking a fully armed special operations force.
That's in the next season, I guess. With Disney not being open right now or just reopening, I guess they're hard up for cash, and sometimes you got to take it by force. And they need the weapons and stuff. But she is so. I wasn't sure if I was going to pick her up or not, but then when I saw the face sculpt and the fact that it's of course a chick, then I really like it. I will say that for me, the boots don't bother me. I knew that was kind of a thing that people were talking about with the gold. It's not so much the gold. I think there's just too many colors going on down here. I would say maybe less the blue, and it would have been a little more uniform. But
I love the colors.
Yeah, I mean, they pop. They're done really well. They're clean. I said she's got a really clean face sculpt. I was able to rubber band her
Speaking
bow
of
on the
colors,
back.
she looks really gray, like the skin. Is it just the camera?
Nah, it's just because I don't
She's
know.
a ginger.
The light on my desk is out, so it's just kind of dark.
She's super pale.
Yeah, she is pale, but it's a good skin tone, and she's got freckles. They managed to print little tiny freckles on her face, and it's all done really clean. Shit that wouldn't be imaginable just a few years ago. So I'm really happy with her. This is really articulated compared to the next figure that I got, and I say figure with massive air quotes because, when you're stuck in carbonite and there's not a whole lot of maneuvering you're doing. I mean, he's got ab crunch, but I'm not going to show you right now. It's pretty much just a solid plate of plastic, and it has a little bit of paint. You can't really see because of the color on my camera, but there is paint there in the button details. And it's got a pretty cool little stand that came with it. So
Did the buttons do things?
They did in the movie, but this isn't Star Wars, Joe.
So this is just like...
you got to use pretend.
Yeah, you have to
chunk
pretend.
of plastic.
Solid chunk of plastic. The stand is pretty cool because you can have it stood upright or you could have it floating.
So does that count as POA or is it 0?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's got ab crunch.
2. So
that's
2 P.
That's yeah.
All right.
But he's cheaper than a full-priced Black Series figure, so that's okay. No big deal. Yeah, he's a paperweight.
I'm surprised you
no
don't have
effort
a 1-to-1
randomness.
scale version of that.
They make refrigerator fronts with like this. That might be in the next house. Perfect, right?
Yeah.
No effort randomness says that it's a Han paperweight. This would make a shitty paperweight because it's really light. your papers would blow the fuck away.
But can you prop your cell phone on it?
Can you what?
Prop your cell phone against it.
Maybe. The way he's holding his hands out, if they were to sculpt it where his hands were like cuffed down, you could maybe.
Can you?
Somebody do that.
Can you crack that open and make like Han Solo and carbonite like chocolate bars?
I'm surprised nobody's done.
Can you use that as a mold?
Actually, they have a silicone ice cube tray that you could use that for as well. I have that in my freezer.
All things that need to be offered on our Fap Shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when my daughter, after we do our walk every day, comes in for her ice water, she's got little Han Solos floating in her glass.
There's something morbid about that, but I appreciate it. It sounds like I'm kind of poo-pooing this thing. I like it for what it is. I didn't expect anything more or less from it, so it delivered on all fronts. But
all right, what's the retail price on that?
$15.
That's excessive.
Maybe. I should have a Destro by now because Hasbro Pulse charged me for this guy and Destro on the same day, and they shipped this thing immediately. And Destro, they are still holding hostage. They haven't shipped it yet.
Still probably has more plastic in it than a Combiner Wars figure.
Probably. You can Combiner War the legs, but it's, kind of locked up right now. Wish I had my Destro, though. But I don't, so I'm not worried about it.
It's sitting on T's desk.
I also have that Magic Square tape set coming in from Nate Simmons Toys and Collectibles. Get all your toys and collectibles at Nate Simmons Toys and Collectibles. They're coming in soon.
I do.
It's funny, too, Nate goes out of his way and pays for 2-day shipping, and USPS is like, thanks for the money, dude, 4 days. So,
yeah, dude, my Doomsday, I'm telling you, like, he sent me a picture of the little receipt.
With his thumb. Everybody gets pictures.
Yeah, with the thumb.
Yeah.
And Like I swear,
He's got
like
an attractive thumb. I don't have a thumb fetish, but if I did, I'd be happy with Nate Simmons.
yeah,
The second weirdest thing you've ever said.
I'm saving all of his thumb pics. I'm gonna make an album.
There's the first.
But no, it like came the next day. I was like, wow. From
Well,
California?
maybe I can have that kind of update here. I'm not.
Are you storing them on a thumb drive?
It's like I want to groan, but it was good, but I still feel the need to groan. I don't.
So did your mom. Never mind.
Oh.
Look, this is adorable.
And you're totally happy with the amount that you've paid for it, right?
Yes, she's worth $15.
It's like,
She came. You get 3 free figures.
You got to have her and Gwenpool doing selfies with each other.
That would be amazing.
Or her and herself.
Well, I'm just saying because Gwenpool also has the
camera, yeah.
cell phone hand and the peace fingers.
This thing feels like nothing.
Good, you paid almost nothing for it.
Right.
Joe, what are you drinking there out of curiosity?
this is the new Jameson cold brew.
Your chill review?
It's very chill. Hold on, I'll tell you exactly. Where's my meter?
It's not Earl Grey.
It's 42 degrees. I don't know. I just guessed. I don't know.
If you hadn't have, if you hadn't revealed yourself, we would have believed you. So
it is clearly whiskey. Tastes like whiskey, but it has just a hint of coffee, like cold brew coffee flavor. So, very good. Tonight I'm drinking it with just regular cola. It's really good with cream soda, Dr. Pepper cream soda. Or if you could find Stewart's, that would be good. But I used Dr. Pepper last night, and it was freaking awesome.
So with everybody branching out, T's already got his review channel, obviously, and then Dave's got his Grillmeister. Why don't you do your mixologist, your CRAB mixology?
Probably because I'm very self-conscious about my drinking problem that I have, and I don't want to just like make it.
You don't want people to think you're an amateur.
Yeah. I don't know. Actually,
you can help other people do it correctly, though.
Maybe I'm gonna start my own grilling channel. What is above a Meister?
Maestro.
A Maestro. I'll be Joe the Grill Maestro.
You know what's going to happen? Your channel will surge, and I'll be like, hi, I'm doing everything better than him, but nobody just watches it.
Did you hear that casual shade that was thrown your way, Joe? He's going to do everything better than you, but
Dave is
just
a
saying.
veteran. Dave's a veteran. I'm like a rookie. So
I can confirm your slam burgers are on point.
My smash burgers. You said my smash burger was better than... I can't even talk tonight. Better than Dave's. And you've never had Dave's smash burger.
No, I said your slam burger. I'm not talking about the grill.
Slam burger?
Yeah. We were inside the house.
Oh.
Remember your thermometer? Never mind. Yeah. Anyway.
What news you got?
To the news. There's not a whole lot of news this week, but we're gonna talk randomly anyway because why not?
I thought that's what we just did.
No, we're about to. That wasn't anything yet. If anybody wants to run the pictures on this,
sure. Tell me where to go.
We're gonna go. We're gonna talk about the reveal, the reveal of the tease of the MP Seeker mold.
Oh
yeah.
So we're gonna wait in awkward silence until you bring up that shadowy picture that everybody's probably
put it on the doc.
He did. There's a link on the dock. If you had the dock open, you could see it.
Nope.
That's kind of heavy, Doc.
Is there something wrong with the gravity?
So I will say this: with all this free time that's been on my hand lately, after all these years, I've actually started finally watching Rick and Morty.
How feel you?
Guilty.
For enjoying it?
Yeah.
It's a good show. I mean,
I just watched the Needful Things episode. Where
My only
Summer's
problem with
working for the devil.
Oh yeah, I watched it through. I haven't seen any of the new stuff, but I saw the first few seasons that were out. But the first few episodes kind of annoyed me because they were saying that he was making like kind of ad libbing all the Morty crap left and right, and I thought it got a little excessive, but it's fine. Anyway, tangent back to Starscream or whatever seeker this may be. There we go. I don't know why it's like this huge thing because it's just a shadow. We can't even.
What if it's Acid Storm?
If it's Acid Storm, that would be awesome. But it's not going to be Acid Storm, is it?
Already I see a defect because one of the air intakes is taller than the other air intake. So we've established that this is crap. All right, what's next?
That might be a point of articulation.
Nope, it's crap.
Actually, they do articulate on the original mold.
Same picture.
And on the New Age. So there you go.
Oh, I didn't know they translated that. What does that say?
Oh, hold on.
Oh, we're sorry. You bought the last 6 twice?
What if it's Hot Link? Brad Harper wants to know. What if it's actually just a long-term tie-in to the Netflix show?
I have a subscriber that would cream his pants if it was Hot Link.
It's MP Nacelle.
Yeah. That's every time I do a review, he always says he can't wait for the repaint. I'm like, just get some paint.
I think
one
we can
thing
all
I'm
agree
liking better about this silhouette is the wings for the first time seem to be in the exact right spot. They're not too low.
And they don't have the like
pointy things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those things.
The arms seem to be the right proportions of the hand.
So do we think this is needed?
No.
I don't think it's needed. I think it's
cash
inevitable.
grab. It's just like MP44. It's
MP44 was an improvement, though.
Well, but was it needed?
Yes.
I don't know. I think there's a fair amount of people that say the first few versions of the Starscream molds were crap. That just
it technically was needed, but every time I look at my Make Toy Seekers, I'm like,
right.
If this thing is over $120, which I know it's going to be,
right,
I'm not going to be too concerned with it. I'd be shocked if it's below 300.
Yeah, and it's going to come with a boatload of accessories that probably never use.
That stays in the box.
Yeah.
That should be a good discussion unto itself. What is the right amount of accessories?
The guns that they come with, or guns that are necessary for both modes, a couple of different faces, and some blast effects.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need from that one episode.
Yeah, blast effects need to be standard everywhere. That's just that needs to be.
And a stand.
Like with MP, with Megatron, I had no need for the helmet. You know, for the
agreed.
For Kremzy, yeah. I mean, I don't need Sideswipe's jetpack. He never used it. I don't need, those stupid alien masks from
when the Autobot. Hollywood.
Exactly.
I needed Spark Plug and Carla.
Yeah, but those were crash test dummies. Like, they fell apart if you looked at them wrong. I mean, I agree those were necessary, but I think those needed to be a back to the drawing board kind of thing.
They were one of the main things I was excited about, and then they were horrible.
I'm just saying, or what Braun, the one time when he had the canopy or when Hound had Hound's canopy so he could go underwater.
Right. But you're right. This thing will probably have a trunk load of accessories that aren't needed. But yeah, a stand, blast effects, alternate faces for sure. And if the hands aren't articulated, I would even say posing hands. An MP style figure, again, the hand should probably be articulated. But if not, I am okay with them giving you different options, just like an SHF.
I'm not seeing his missiles. Is that not cartoon accurate?
No.
He's had them in the car. No, he's had missiles in the car. I'll find it still. I mean, it's one of those things where in one episode he had them, in most other episodes he didn't.
So they're going to be cheap, not have the missiles, and it's still going to be $300.
But I think everybody that said, hey, when MP44 came with that Starscream face, everybody said, hey, look, they got a Starscream face. Wonder when that's going to happen. Here
Right.
it is. Y'all were right. But I said in the chat to these guys, like, if this is a mold that they know they're almost positive they're going to sell 3 of, right? To each person that wants them. And even if you get completionists, you've got 3 more that they're going to sell. So there's 2 teams, and then people that are going to go on and get the Sunstorms and the Acid Storms and blah 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 blah. Why would you price gouge this thing at $300+ when you know you're going to milk this mold for years?
Yeah.
Price it reasonably.
I guess the real question is, though, for anyone that's like me or you, T, you're probably somewhat in this category. If you've got the make toys, is there any motivation to get this at all?
Not really. I mean, I'm
Like
pretty
Dave,
sure
I
it's
think
going to be
you have the
slightly
make
more
toys.
accurate.
I actually don't have the make toys.
You don't?
I only have MP11.
See, like, we know Zero, he's in complete. If it's Masterpiece
Plus,
line, he's going to get it.
You're gonna
It
buy
doesn't matter. But I don't have any motivation to get this. They do everything I need a set of Seekers to do.
I would probably get this guy if he came out in a character that I don't have. Like, if 6 years from now, when he finally comes out in Sunstorm colors, if he's a decent price, I'll pick it up. Because I'm always interested in new engineering. It fascinates me how they can make the same character in the same alt mode doing totally different transformations. All while now with modern engineering incorporating your ab crunches and your butterflies and all that. So there's some compelling reasons. The make toys are really good articulated, but they are missing a couple things that Hasbro is incorporating now when they're standard in the line, like butterfly joints. So I'd be interested to at least right. So I'd be interested to see how they pull that off. But again, it's got to be for a decent price because everybody that wanted one owns a version of this character. You got to make us kind of get out of, make us sell that thing or move on to another one. And it's got to be compelling.
We lost Andrew Ruin. He fell asleep and his wife took over.
Did she continue
his
watching?
Fiance. He's his fiance.
Fiance.
Oh, she is still watching. Oh, let's give a shout out there.
Hi, Andrew's wife.
I'm glad that you're a true fan that enjoys this more than Andrew, that clearly can't stay awake for our shenanigans. So we appreciate. You know what? 15 figure action points to Andrew's fiance.
Does this just reveal that the only reason people watch us is a sleep aid? Like,
it works on T all the time.
See, what I get from that is that the guys will start watching, but it's the, I don't know, it's the significant others that are like, yeah, I think I'm going to stick around and see what these guys are all about.
The guys start off, they get what they need, they pass out, fall asleep, and then the ladies take over and finish off what they need.
And they're in for the long haul. See, I can appreciate that because we're here with you, Andrew's fiance. In fact, Andrew's fiance, what is your name? And we'll refer to you by name instead of by just random association.
I've heard that about my channel. My cousin told me she used to put my reviews on to put one of my little baby cousins to sleep.
Joe, can you get on that?
Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Alyssa, 16 figure action points to you.
No. Got to do it in increments of 3, 17.
Oh, Jesus.
And 3 figure action points to Dave.
What am I supposed to be on?
I guess, does anybody else have anything to say about this particular news? We don't have a whole lot to go on, so.
Here's what I got to say. It's probably going to look awesome. It's going to be able to look up, unlike the make toys. I'm going to want it, but it's going to be $300, and I'm not going to get it.
Let me ask you this. With the track record of the last few figures, are you worried about QC and build quality?
Paint.
Not too much. I think it's going to also have die cast as well. The bigger figures get die cast, but the cars don't.
Actually, you just brought him to this point. What if it's not a bigger figure?
It's got to be in scale.
Can't imagine it's going to
What if it's a new scale because they want to save money?
Exactly.
And so it's Voyager class height.
Oh, that's interesting. Would they do that with MP44, just their flagship MP, just having launched at the old scale or the version 2 scale?
Oh, yeah. Sure. And RC is coming out.
Or what if they start a new Masterpiece scale at a smaller, like TV League does the 1/6, and just introduce the one? Interesting.
What if it's an MP?
I don't think they would do
MP
that.
Legend series. No, that's not going to happen.
That's called New Age.
Yes.
Yeah, it's New Age.
I think they're going to be Voyager class size. Optimus is going to be Voyager class size whenever they start over. And he's still going to be $150 or $200 with the trailer.
Does somebody make a note of that? That's a good, interesting. That's a topic for discussion when Jordan's back, who is out dealing with some family issues. By the way, we didn't mention. But that would be a good topic if they started a smaller, slightly cheaper, but just as well engineered, smaller line of mini MPs. Would that be a way to go? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Because Takar told me originally wanted like alternators to be deluxe class size, which they eventually did with Alternity. Those things were still expensive at first, so nobody bought them.
I think I have one Alternity figure. I've got the Nemesis Prime.
I have Cliff Jumper. It's an awesome car, just like alternators, but the robot. Ugh.
It's like the Seekers were interesting.
Yeah, they are massively interesting. They look like Batmobiles.
They look like Bayformers before Bayformers.
But,
Perhaps the inspiration for Bayformers. Boom, boom, boom.
Next
No,
story.
because these are cool.
So, Alyssa is saying that Andrew got the Tactics Waistcoat, which I guess is what they renamed the
Leader
Toy World.
Yep.
Yeah. Alyssa, I want to know how the hell he got that today, because I have that on order and I didn't get that today. So
Yeah.
where the hell's mine? Like, if you could tell me where mine is, that would be awesome.
I will say it looks really cool because I actually do like the Bumble. That's the one. That's the Bumblebee movie Prime. I
Yes.
do like that design. I am
Yep.
That's probably my favorite movie Prime design, to be honest.
Yeah, well.
Not just because
pretty
it's the
easy to beat
latest.
Yeah. Pretty
It's,
easy to beat the other one.
It's the truest by far to the original design while still being
An
interesting.
updated look, exactly. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
Joe, if you could.
I'm Andrew. I'm jealous of Andrew right
Me
now.
too. Super.
Nate Simmons found the picture of Starscream with the missiles on.
Joe,
And-
if you could go to TFW and go to the Voyager class movie Blitzwing on the main page, it's like 6 stories down.
That's
6
feet.
stories, as in like flights of stairs.
It's
or-
funny, flights while you got a seeker on the screen. That's funny. You're funny. I think your temperature just went up 3 degrees. Let me check the
Oh,
Bluetooth.
fuck you. What am I looking for?
TFW,
Uh-huh.
the Transformers, news
Blitz-
page.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm on that.
And then scroll down to the movie Blitzwing, the one that looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
Starscream, but
Yeah.
they called it a different name because fuck us.
Yeah.
I think they saved us because if Starscream would have died right in the beginning, we'd all been mad.
Oh.
I mean, could we be any more mad than the slobbering mess that they made him? I don't know.
I mean the big giant Dorito chip.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have at least been a Pringle. Everybody loves Pringles. So we got in-hand footage and a full transformation video via Prime. Was it Prime versus Prime? Right.
Yeah.
That
Because
has this.
he got his before T-Man did.
He did, but Tease is
He
on his
got it
way.
for
I have
everybody.
personal guarantees.
You know what?
So-
I didn't even pre-order him, I don't think.
If you go on Amazon right now, if T sets up a link to his shop, it's actually on sale for $26 something, with no set release date. So if you don't mind waiting, you can get it for a decent price.
And Blitzwing isn't a bad design.
No, and watching, if anybody hasn't seen this yet, it's a decent transformation, and the bot mode looks fantastic in my opinion. And this is
robot
once
mode,
again, yes,
amazing.
yeah, and this is once again an example of the promo shots being totally inaccurate when it comes to paint.
Does he literally have extra hand just like pegged on underneath the wing?
Yeah.
That's different.
He's got a. I hate false chests. God, I hate false chests.
Well, that's just the one. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
all I can say is go to the gym and do some bench presses.
He has 3 parts. He has the top part up here, the middle section, and then another part.
I don't know why, but just in general, with Transformers, the fake chest thing always bugs me. It's like,
it's a cheat for sure.
it's such a cheat.
Even Optimus with his fake grills.
With that was actually the first one that bugged me the most was Power Master Prime with his fake chest.
Oh, that. I don't know, my grandmother gave me that. I was like, what is this? Why does he have a grill on his back?
But I'm just saying, in general, that always is, yes, that is, I don't know why, it's probably my biggest pet peeve with certain Transformers.
So you prefer a natural chest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
So just to rub salt in the open wound, she says he pre-ordered it a few days ago.
What? Jesus.
Oh, no, wait, she's retracted it. Oh, I guess he pre-ordered it a long time ago. He just woke up. So,
Don't worry, Andrew. We were keeping Alyssa entertained for you.
Andrew, you get half a figure action point for the correction, but you get minus 1 whole figure action point for correcting her live on air like that.
Yeah. And
What
for
are you
falling
lying
asleep.
about now, dear?
So there you go. It's a fully painted face, which is definitely counter to what we saw before in the promo pictures, where his face was the wrong colors entirely, and a lack of paint throughout the whole body. So I'm not sure what's up with that. The inconsistencies between, I guess they're using prototypes for the shots, the promo shots. But anyway,
I'm hoping that masterpiece movie Starscream was a prototype, because that thing had 0 paint. It was like almost all white. I did pre-order this. It doesn't come out till October, they're saying.
they could get bumped. Who knows?
Is this
And Shardamus reviews his next week.
Probably.
is this mid-section here accurate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the canopy's broken up, kind of folded. To
It actually
Like
has
these
waist
struts,
rotation.
like these piston things. Is that accurate? I don't remember from the movie.
Yeah, the 3A or 30 had though.
Okay.
I think this might have more waist rotation than that figure.
He's got posable hands. At least the one is posable. And then
Yeah, the right
ankle
hand can
rockers.
open, but the left hand doesn't because it pops out for that little throat grabby hand.
This is one of those type of figures where if you are somebody that's really good with paint, that you can kind of customize this, it would look awesome.
This is one of those figures that makes you really sad Black Mamba's gone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what they would have done to
Oh, that's
Mm.
true.
Yep.
They're gone. I mean, yeah, that company name is gone.
this? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, they're gonna come back as a different name. It'll be like white
They might already be here.
anacondas.
Studio One.
The Rattlers.
But anyway, it was. I like him. I'm not in on any of the studio series hardly. Just very, very choosy. But this might be one I order.
It's a good size.
All the time I hear that. Thank you, Dave. But how about you guys? T's getting it. Joe's got 3 on pre-order. How about you, Dave? Are you getting this guy?
As I said, for me, the studio series, I think I've done with it. I mean, I got the Prime. I'm happy with the Prime. Anything else is going to let me down.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
that
Everything-
Blitzwing looks awesome. Watch the review.
I have trouble buying figures of characters that last, that have shorter existence than.
But in your collection, it will live forever.
Do you guys have any more TF related news? T, did you want to talk about was it Chang Toys, the bull dude?
Mm,
Those Predacon, they're looking cool.
Predacon figures, yeah.
yeah, he looked good.
Joe, I'm gonna try to get you pictures here real quick. I mean, we're this far into talking to him. We may as well.
What is it called?
I'm seeing if I can find.
King
They
Toys.
look cool, but as I said, I think there was when I was watching Bobby's review on there. Like, there's something with the plastic quality isn't always the best.
For me, that first figure that came out, whatever his name was, the one that looked like a cat, that thing looks ugly to me. But this Tantrum looks amazing.
I mean, I still love my MMC Predacons.
I'm not having any luck.
And are
Yeah,
any of you guys getting that Studio One Unicron?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I am getting him via Nate Simmons Toys and Collectibles. For all your collectibles, please go to Nate Simmons Toys and Collectibles. He should be getting. He said they're on a slow boat, but they should be here any day now, I hope. I haven't heard an update from him, but I'm also not trying to badger you, Nate, every second for an update, although God knows I want to, but I don't think you're going to keep it a secret from me when it finally comes out, so I will wait patiently.
Are you guys trying to talk about Kang Toys Chayu Firmament Dive Bomb?
It's absolute. No, not the dive bomb. The Tantrum.
Tantrum.
I don't see that.
But the
It's
dive
fine.
bomb looks really good too. It's got a huge wingspan. Throw that up. It's a Transformer.
Yeah, it's better than us just kind of like getting through pages, trying to find.
I mean, we don't want to we don't want to get Alyssa bored, do we?
Nah, they're both asleep already.
I mean, we got Andrew back, so
As long as they click the like button, it's fine.
true.
And are subscribed. It's fine.
I mean, that's looking gorgeous. He's still awake, boys.
Andrew says he still functions, so that's good. Breaking news. Anyway, I mean, for me, these designs are a little too crazy. There's a little bit too much going on, especially watching the transformation videos and the limb modes. 1,000 different little like flaps to maneuver.
I never make it through the limb mode. I zone out every time, no matter who I'm watching.
Yeah. Yeah, not necessarily the reviewer's fault or the toy's fault, really. It's just there's a lot going on. I mean, not for me. Predaking's not my favorite anyway, so it's sort of not. It's kind of a moot
What kind of
point.
Transformer fan are you? I thought you
pure
you
kind.
have to love Predaking. I thought.
I mean, I like beasts forming in a combined mode, but that's Voltron.
The beast things. What was that other beast former thing that just popped up this week? I guess it's like a bumblebee or something.
The Megazord?
No. Hold on, I'll try to find it.
Bumblebee?
Some of these are hit and miss. Like the bull, the Generation Toy.
Oh,
bull.
right. Well, there was
That's
that weird.
awesome.
There
But
was that weird Starscream that looked like a model.
Oh, the bird.
That I like.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah.
You're talking about that shit. What was it called? It was called Wasp something. Wasn't it Wasp something?
Yeah, but it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with a wasp.
But it's not right. Well, it's supposed to.
That Bumblebee, I mean, yeah, the Bumblebee thing just got shown off, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'll find it. Dane had it on his page.
But once we, we can take a look at that. And I think do you guys have any other Transformer related topics? We'll move on to other things.
I don't even like Transformers. We can move on.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good.
Here it is.
I believed in you, Joe.
Interstellar Wasp.
Mm.
Oops, I just clicked on the wrong link.
So you did win the prize.
I did.
What's the current temperature?
Turn it.
Current temperature is shut the
Audio will not go over to these stupid headphones.
All right, you see that?
We do.
So that I guess this is what if Bumblebee, Beast Former, Tiger, but a
Yeah.
wasp. Not that he is a
Looks
wasp.
like Movieverse and G1 mixed together with
It does
Beast
have a
Woman.
lot of movieverse like design
Components,
element,
yeah.
doesn't it?
With a
You
bit
can
of
even-
He-Man.
You can even see like bits of a grill and car.
That is a lot going on there.
I mean, it'll fit with your side swipe, right? Like you said.
Yeah.
That'll definitely go with that sort of figure.
Yeah.
Or if you have the hot rod that came out.
Oh, that's small.
I cannot wait for GameStop to start shipping that thing.
I know.
I pray they don't cancel everybody's order.
That would suck. I think they would have done it already, though.
So this thing's probably not even the same scale, is it? Oh, I guess it is because he'd be shorter.
It should still be like masterpiece scale.
Yeah. I forgot we were talking about Bumblebee, so he's small.
I mean, I can see why. There's not a whole lot of Bumblebee to this.
Let me know if my sound starts crackling.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem with your sound yet.
I'll just put these headphones in.
I mean, we couldn't hear you before. It was the best time ever.
So yeah, this is like a weird kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, Nate says it looks
This
like a
is not for
Zoid. I agree. Looks like a
It
Zoid.
does. Yes. Yep.
Transform
Wait,
Elements Hornets Tiger. That's what it's called.
Hornet Tiger. That's weird.
What's
It
the whole
also-
thing with Bumblebee and a hammer?
It even has the battle.
The last
transformation.
night.
Oh,
He sort of transformed like Lyle Convoy too, with the lion head on the right
Yeah.
arm and a tail on the left.
It's interesting. It's a thing.
Like
Bumblebee.
you're saying, people that they're gonna have a place for it now. So there you go.
Bumble Convoy. Bumble Convoy.
So what else we got?
So let's move on from the Transformers talk. And if you want to go to Toy Arc and bring up the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive, and all of its hard rockin' kookiness. This is some weird shit.
Yeah, but it existed.
It's a
Yeah.
fantastic thing. I'm not. It's great. I just.
Right.
Yep.
Wow.
This is
It is,
historically accurate.
It is the masterpiece version
Oh,
of that, which is super nostalgic because we all hated it, but they did a good job at recreating it.
Mhm.
I feel no angst of this never showing up on my shelves. But there is a hardcore TMNT fan who's going there going like, "Oh my god, I didn't think they would do this."
Right.
I mean, that is the ghost of G2 Starscream figure you didn't think you ever thought you'd want in your life.
Y'all remember that lady who was like a Ninja Turtle nut and they did a video on her? She had Ninja Turtle everything. She even had the movie suits.
Yes.
I know she probably is like crying right now looking at this.
I mean, you got to give it to NECA, man. They swing for the fences, right? It's all or nothing with them because this shit is just wild. And then the stuff that comes with it, they got T-shirts and backstage passes and all this other craziness.
Cut out mask.
Yeah. Of course, Nate says he went to the Mutagen tour, so he's got to have one.
I mean,
I'm sorry to hear that, Nate.
I'll give it credit. I mean, the sculpt, the detail, it's accentuating everything I hated about the originals.
The jackets, the leg warmers.
The packaging, Christ! I mean, it folds out into.
Yeah.
Let's talk a minute. We got to talk about packaging one day because NECA, these different companies have been knocking this shit out of the park. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
it's a display piece. That is a goddamn display piece. Plain and simple.
this set, I do like this, and I'll tell you why. It gives me hope because one of the things I'm kind of a fan of, I loved the idea of the Playmates Ninja Turtles Star Trek crossover.
Mm.
It kind of makes me think if NECA will do this, why can't they do Ninja Turtles Star Trek in
Licensing?
this scale?
Licensing.
NECA can get any license they want. They do everything.
NECA's becoming the pop of the 6-inch figure world, 7-inch figure world.
So, yeah, I love that it exists. I wouldn't buy it, but I love that it exists.
If I walked
love-
into somebody's house and this was part of their TMNT display, I would give that is an awesome stage right there. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Yeah, like I think they show it with all of them. Hold on.
I love that they were turtles with leg warmers in the 90s.
Like this is a pretty.
You had to feel sorry for the guys who were actually in those costumes.
Look, and they have accurate, non-moving mouths, but they can still sing. Gotta get the. I don't even know how the song went. Gotta get home to Splinter or something like that. Like the Christmas special.
I'll trust you on that.
Sometime
It is-
next week, he was going to debut it. He's going to have it a secret, but we're gonna spill
So
the
wait,
beans
so they-
now. T is
so
going to
the-
have a chill sing along video come out.
So the jackets are removable.
And the leg warmers.
Oh yeah.
So does that mean they're cloth goods?
It looks like it.
They looked like it, yeah.
So that means they really are pulling out the true stops.
You know, I didn't think they were gonna have shells because they were supposed to be coming out of their shell. Oh, the shells are flats. You see that?
Yep,
And they're
just
not-
like the
they're-
costume.
Their heads are bigger than the movie turtles too.
Some poor guy who was an actor in the late '90s is getting flashbacks seeing these things.
They're passing out on stage.
Do we see a world where NECA is starting to encroach on Mezco, especially with the soft goods? Is there a world where these two are going to collide?
Well,
And-
NECA's been doing soft goods for a long time. It's just you'd see
Sure.
you'd see those at FYI. You wouldn't see those as much in the retail. Like they
No,
used to
man.
have.
Target.
Well, but even then, but I'm just saying before they were in Target, they actually had a lot of cloth good figures. You could get all the Iron Maiden Eddies with them. They had a cloth goods Jason. They had a cloth goods Freddy. They had a cloth goods all the horror characters
Mike.
basically.
Yeah, Michael Myers. And they got the Golden Girls now. Who look buff like that under their cloth goods.
I mean, that box presentation is really good.
All right, let's see.
I don't want it, but if it was somehow on my display shelves, I wouldn't be hating life. If that makes sense.
Let's keep. What's the retail on that? Do we know?
I think it's going to be two prices, like,
Target 125
and then it's going to come back out like 150 or something.
with accessory pack through Target.com 150.
Hmm.
Not sure what. The
That's actually
accessory
not
pack is.
bad.
And then you
I
can
don't
get
know what the accessories
pack
are.
separately. That's a good option.
What are the accessories? That's the thing that was unclear
Yeah.
to me.
Let me see if there's a picture of the accessory. Oh, maybe it's this
Yep.
T-shirt,
I think that's and guitar picks too.
guitar picks,
Oh, yeah.
tickets,
The commemorative bag.
backstage pass.
Oh God,
I'd
that
be
is
able to
like
live without that.
that is nostalgia to the nines. You gotta respect that.
You know, to be honest with you, I'm more likely to buy this if this is 25 bucks. I would buy this and not the figures.
And you know what? They probably will. That actually would. I see that as a future loot crate right there.
That's a smart thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I
wonder-
kind of like the idea of having those replica tickets. That's pretty cool.
I wonder how many people are going to open this and start crying. This is super nostalgic.
It's everything that was wrong in the '90s.
Oh, look, it's got the date of 2020 on it.
Oh boy,
Interesting.
they shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
This is the best
Yeah,
year ever.
The set will just
Yeah,
catch
look,
fire in
July
your living room.
23rd, 2020. They should be wearing face masks.
They are.
They should have pushed it back. Oh, the corona will be gone around October. Trust me.
Those are really cool. Those are really cool.
Yeah, I've got no space for that in my life. And yes, I'm saying this more for myself than for you guys. I've got no space for that in my shelves. I've got no need for that right now. Oh, God, it's actually glorious.
But remember, Dave, pre-orders are usually free. So, at least in your brain.
Unless it's at Walmart, and then they hold their money for a week.
Speaking of Walmart, Joe, if you could go back to the, we'll keep on the NECA trend here and look at the Predator 2 Demon Predator Ultimate figure, because this thing's pretty badass as well.
Yes, and it's Walmart.
And Good luck. Well, it's not just Walmart. It says that it's Walmart first. Well, and then NECA store same day for $5 more.
I have not seen. I have never had good luck with a Walmart exclusive, with the exception of one, and that was the Ash. Getting that NECA Ash. That was it.
Well, I got
you got me the Predator.
And she came late, but.
That means she'll be coming up to you for the child support.
Mm-hmm.
I had to trade for mine. That looks so good.
And even here, you're like, well, I'm praising NECA's packaging, but then that one doesn't look all that special at first. But there's a trick to that. The figure itself looks amazing. I mean, yeah, the paint, the paint work, it's definitely an eye catcher for sure. But somewhere on this page, there should also be a little clip of a video that people will find shocking.
Can we play that, though?
Yeah, it shouldn't be that long. That's not what she said. There it is. So there's the package.
Oh, come on.
That didn't really do it.
That was very lackluster, but yeah. if the lighting is a little darker, it's really cool.
Let's try this one.
Yeah.
I will say I saw a better one.
Again, very lackluster. What are they doing? Come on.
That's what's keeping it and never taking it out of the box. Well, it's like NECA's done this before. They did the video game series Jason, and when you opened up the box, it was playing the music from the Friday the 13th video game.
That music is burned into my skull because it was two tracks the whole game. I hated that game.
So yeah, I really like a much better video of that lighting effect somewhere, but those weren't.
I really liked Predator 2 back in the day. I love.
It's one of the first times I can remember, at least in my movie-going experience, noticing a crossover at the end of the movie when they reveal the alien skulls on the ship. I'm like, oh, that's so cool! I can't believe they did that.
Was that before Freddy's glove came out and grabbed Jason?
Yes.
That blew my mind. And then it took 20 years for the movie to come out.
And I saw that movie on opening day when it came out.
As did I.
They still should have gotten Kane Hodder to play Jason.
I was upset that Freddy didn't kill that many people.
So it's Freddy.
Got your nose.
That was the whole thing.
It was getting into the more modern horror. I mean, it's still older, but the further they get into modern horror movies, it's the less violence they want to show. Sometimes it seems like
Jason killed a bunch of people. You remember he stabbed the guy through the bed, and then he bent the bed backwards with the man still on it. And there's a whole bunch of other deaths.
Yes,
Nate. Yes. Where is our NECA? Danny Glover. But hold on. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say the first NECA Danny Glover that we need has to be from Angels in the Outfield. The best Danny Glover movie ever made.
Hey, it could happen.
Dude, that movie was packed with star power.
What
Did,
about shit? What was the other movie?
Saw. He was in Saw. That's a horror movie.
Well, obviously, Lethal Weapon. I mean, that's what he's most famous for.
No shit. What was that other baseball movie that came out around the same time? With
Around
the
the same time?
the kid that pitched had the
Oh.
tendon in his arm.
The Rookie.
No,
I
Rookie of the Year. That's it. Rookie of the Year.
I
Yeah.
actually took my sister to that movie. I remember that was one of the first movies I took my to be like the cool big brother of taking her out to something.
So NECA could have Gary Busey from that movie, and then the Chase variant is him now. Totally different sculpt, you know.
I want a Gary Busey, I want a Nick Nolte, and a Chris Christopherson figure all together, and just be like the madness.
Pick one more train wreck, and you could have like opposite of a Golden Girls 4-pack, except it could be the train wreck 4-pack. You gotta pick one more. Whoever you want. There's plenty to pick from in Hollywood. Christ's sake, there's
Charlie Sheen.
There you go. That's the one. That's the one.
What about the boys from Lost Boys? The ones that had the same first name. Corey Haim.
Oh, yeah. He was too busy being molested.
Yeah, one is disenfranchised with the industry, and the other one's dead, so there's no one to actually release their likeness. NECA is very big on getting the likeness. So,
you know, speaking of movies, what's going to be the first movie that we're actually going to be able to go to?
Tenet?
Hopefully Wonder Woman.
Tenet? Maybe. Yeah, Tenet might be it.
And will anybody go?
And, you know, speaking of, that Tenet thing's about time travel. And speaking of time travel, one of my favorite 90s characters who traveled in time, they just put the pre-order up for his figure.
Who would this be?
I was trying to be subtle and have you start looking for the pictures of that Revoltech cable.
Oh,
Cable.
That's
I
on
was,
the main
I was
set.
thinking Bill and Ted. I'm like, just one? Like, which one do you prefer?
I've had 3 of these, so there's no amount of subtlety that's going to make it through.
Joe, would you please find the new Cable shots, please? The new Cable figure is also on sale at Nate's Toys and Collectibles.
We haven't done a commercial yet for Nate's Toys and Collectibles.
Well, I mean, I get most of my... I'll get all the stuff that counts, I get it from Nate's Toys because, phenomenal pricing, phenomenal shipping. Charming southern accent when he actually sends you a voice message.
All right.
Oh, wow.
And the best, and really good thumbs. Really nice thumbs.
This is a thing.
So we hear. Someone's putting together an album. Kind of weird, but it'll make it into a t-shirt one day.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just stalling for time.
I think he's clicking that 1 billionth like. There it is.
That does keep popping up.
You're fine. Just put your credit card information in.
This is looking nice, though. I mean, this is 90s beauty right here. Lots of pouches. Big guns. And actually, if you keep on scrolling through...
And you're still talking about the crotch.
He does have a well-defined crotch.
I did not talk about the crotch.
Pouches and... Never mind.
Well, luckily, he's not Mezco.
Sheesh.
Look at them tiny feet. Who does he think he's drawn by? Come on now.
I know that's hitting the Liefeld aesthetic.
Yep.
I mean,
that stand is going to be in every shot, isn't it? With feet like that.
Yeah. Is he aiming with the wrong eye?
Oh, he's psychic.
The neat thing I like about the big guns, though, is, and you'll see, they actually combine.
Are we still talking about the crotch? Or
no? No, look, that they took the two guns and they put them together into that monstrosity.
I feel like that's like a still from the old arcade game. Like, I know it's not, but just that seems like it would do a blast across the screen. Yeah.
If they included that would be awesome.
That is pretty cool. This guy's not for me, but that is cool.
The heck?
That the other gun actually transforms into a sniper rifle.
That is pretty cool. I do like those guns.
They look
So-
so anime.
Well, most Revoltechs are. So that will be on my shelf eventually.
Yep, if you're interested, I know Nate just put this up for pre-order on his shop today. There should be a link to his store in the description. If there's not, I will get it there by tonight.
Is that posable eye? Oh yeah, moving
Yeah.
eye. Yeah.
Yeah, Revoltech has the moving eyes.
Ooh.
As opposed to Figure Arts, where you have a whole new head with one head just looking slightly to the left.
I hate that. Well, Cammy from Storm Collectibles did the same thing. She has eyes looking to the left.
Can you go back to that darker pic, Joe? Does this indicate that light effect is glow in the dark, or is that just a stylized
Black light.
picture?
It's
It's
black light.
It's black light.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because look how the buildings are glowing.
That could be trickery.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It could be trickery.
Do you think his crotch is glow in the dark?
Well, his body is half cybernetic. It's just how far does the cybernetics go?
Only Rob knows.
And those guns probably aren't that. The big guns, they must be light if he's able to hold it out like that with no support.
They make pills for that.
I'm distracted. I was just charged for something on Amazon, and I have no clue what it is.
That's your favorite thing about Amazon.
Right. I'm like, what? And I'm looking through my purchases. I'm like, what is $34?
That's a transformer.
I'll hope it would be Overlord, but his total was $31. Or Overload, I mean. I'm skipping Mr. T. Did y'all see the Action Force Sergeant Slaughter?
Yes, that's all that.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Oh wow, they moistened them up.
I wonder how they got Sergeant Slaughter. Maybe people in the United States can't sell Sergeant Slaughter.
Well,
Action Face is being sold on BBTS.
I heard that he is in. Again, I don't know for sure, but I heard that he is in control of his likeness rights, so he can whatever he damn well pleases with it. Now the name, I don't know.
And if you don't, he'll put you in the Cobra Clutch.
The nice
But
thing
will
about that
they name
Mr. T as well is that you get two figures in one. You get a Mr. T and a Clubber Lang all together in the same figure. Depending
Technically
on
three. You also get a B.A. Baracus.
exactly, so it depends on what display you've got.
I just found a new Godzilla monster arts that I'm gonna have to order.
We'll throw that
What's
picture up because we're
Throw it
pretty
up
much
there.
out of news, so we're kind of like round table, whatever you guys want to talk about before we wrap.
Anything in the comments anybody want to talk about? The heck?
So this is from Giant Monsters All Out Attack, which they did a regular version without the like light up effect or the blue, and I don't have that, so I would get this. I've got almost every movie represented, except for this movie.
You said this is Monster Arts?
This is Monster Arts, yeah.
Which movie is this?
Giant Monsters All Out Attack.
Which one? I don't remember that one.
You don't remember that one? That was the one. It was like weird. It was like where there was like a bunch of like souls that were like trying to get revenge or justice for shit that Godzilla did back in the day, and there was like Ghidorah. Pretty sure Mothra was in it. It was a weird one.
Mothra.
It was a
Why
weird
did you
one.
say that name?
It was like a post 2000 one. It was just an oddball.
It's
Nate
saying
has
it's supposed to be a direct sequel from the 1954 film,
It is.
ignoring
All of the-
everything else.
Yeah, so that's actually one of the things about the movies that came out after, like what the series in the 90s. Like I think it started with Godzilla 2000. All of that that series was direct sequels to the original Godzilla movie.
But they kept skipping them.
Yeah, so like Godzilla 2000 came out, it was a direct sequel to the original. And then the next movie would come out, which I think was this one.
Mm-hmm.
And they just ignored everything before it and did another direct sequel. And then the next one would come out, did the same thing.
so it's
the
like a
only
choose
two
your own
that-
adventure.
Yeah, the only
I mean-
two that were actually like
Mhm.
sequels of each other was Godzilla Tokyo SOS, and there was a sequel to that.
Yeah, that's one with Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, and there was a sequel to that one,
Mhm.
which are both direct sequels to Godzilla 54.
Because Kiru is made with the skeleton of the original Godzilla.
Yep.
Because I really like that. That is the only monster art I own is Kiru. I love that Mecha Godzilla design.
I
Joe,
think they
Nate
called it
Simmons
the
has a
Millennium.
question for you.
Oh, I did see Biollante reissue. Depending on the price.
I liked Biollante. That was Biollante and Space Godzilla. Those two I really liked.
Yeah, I've got Space Godzilla. Don't have Biollante. Didn't NECA do one though? I feel like for something like that, if NECA did one, I'd rather have that.
Dude, that is something that's actually really bugged me. NECA only does Godzillas. And then they did the modern Mothra. That was about it. And the modern Rodan.
I wanna say
Mothra.
they did one though, didn't they?
No, they've only done Godzilla. Because when I saw that, I saw the Godzilla versus the Destroyer in the box. I thought they were actually making a Destroyer, and I was very disappointed that it was just a red Godzilla. Because if NECA did a Mecha Godzilla, old school or new school, I would be very happy with that.
Yeah, they're missing out. They should do some of the villains.
They just can't reuse those molds like 38 times. See, even Nate's backing me up. Biollante was only done by
Yeah.
Smart Threats.
Nate, shoot me a quote.
Look at the
Nate
numbers.
knows everything.
Get the numbers.
Get the
The reason Nate sponsors our show, ladies and gentlemen, is because he can just pepper us with what he's got, and then we just start buying from him directly during the show. We're
Well,
sending him money.
this is all coordinated. He's kind of hanging out in the chat, like when hungry fans get the news going, get those pictures going. Like, gee, I wish I had a affordable place to go to get my pre-order fix on. And Nate's
And he's
like,
sitting there like, hey.
Yep. And every time we mention him, he's like, yes, free
It's like,
advertising. Yeah.
what was
I
it? In Resident Evil 4, the merchant.
What are you buying?
more people will see pictures of my thumb.
I'll buy it at,
Nate's
I'll
thumbs and
buy it at a
collectibles.
high price.
Nate Thumbs and Collectibles.
This is all a grand scheme to get us to eventually bypass the toys and just pay him for pictures of his thumb.
That's likely. That boy in the
Now that
chat
we've
was
mentioned
talking
thumb
about
porn.
yeah.
think
I mean,
that's-
check T's channel on Pornhub. He's got it covered.
I believe we've peaked.
Yeah, we were talking about earlier the GameStop G1 Optimus Prime. GameStop accidentally put it up for the wrong price,
$15.
so
Mm-hmm.
we're hoping it honors that price because I think full price for it is $40. So
Yeah.
we'll see if that actually pans out. We hope. Oh,
GameStop
look at that
likes-
breaking news!
Oh,
Oh,
well, for now.
For now,
See,
that's how they get you.
He
The
doesn't.
first hit is free.
I know he doesn't say for life. It just
Yeah.
says are free. Terms and conditions, folks.
So, does anybody else have any topics they want to cover?
How sleepy are you?
Uh,
On a scale of like 1 to 10?
Of
well, which
Who's a
direction does
sleepy
this go? Is
character?
like is 1
Drowsy
very
or
sleepy, or is 10 very sleepy?
bedtime bear?
Well, I mean, if we don't have anything else to talk about, then it doesn't really matter. Did you have a topic? It sounds like you wanted to broach a very serious, deep topic.
How do you pair earbuds to a receiver? I just plugged this into my phone.
Can I mention this is a good figure?
Yes,
I have that trade paperback somewhere.
You should reread Batman: The White Knight, and then read the sequel. And I really hope they do a third one.
I don't know how to do that.
Leonardo out of the way.
My Bluetooth headset I had on my phone.
I had it. I'll sit it out here with the intention of rereading it.
If I already had my headset connected to my phone before the stream, I'd have been able to use it on my phone. But I don't know about laptops and all that.
Oh, great! It's catching, T-Man. Thanks.
Now, I will tell you, too, one of the comic books that I have that I haven't read yet, that I think I need some feedback from anybody that's ever actually read this. I'm going to read it, but how much of a priority should I give it as I try to remove it from my shelf here? I have this.
It's interesting.
Okay.
It's not a high priority.
It's not a high priority.
No?
It is an Elseworlds. Oh, T-Man, mute. T-Man, mute. Sorry, that just bugs me. It's an Elseworld series where it's just a different take, yet another take on the Joker, a little more street legal. Okay. Not street legal, a little more street realistic. If I was going to track down any must-read Batman series, you need to find the one-shot of Batman versus Elmer Fudd. That is the greatest comic book ever written of all times. It happened, it was true, and it is freaking amazing.
I don't know what to make of that.
Honestly, here's what you need to do. After we get off the show, open up, make sure your antivirus is all nice and good. Not that I advocate piracy, but probably the easiest way of finding it is just type in Batman vs. Elmer Fudd, read online. It's just a single issue, and it is glorious.
It's a legit comic thing? It's a legit release?
Yes, so, they did a whole crossover of DC characters and Warner Brothers ones, and this is like the only one that took itself seriously.
I will say, too, that if you want to read comics for free, trade paperbacks, there is an app, and this is all totally legit. There's an app called Hoopla. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it. Hoopla, actually, if you have a library account, library are these buildings that you go to and you check books out. Go there and get a library card. Don't ever have to use it at the library, but then go on Hoopla and register it. You do that, they have tons of modern and current comic books and video rentals and music rentals and everything that you can go. Like right now I'm reading Avatar: The Last Airbender comic series through Hoopla because I didn't want to pay for it because I'm cheap. But
Kevin don't have time for book learning, it looks like in the comics. I'm in the comments.
But even Nate Simmons is telling you to reread it now, and that book.
Did we talk about the Elmer Fudd thing here before?
I've mentioned this comic. I've mentioned this comic a number of times, and none of you guys have kept my advice.
Well, because it sounds such bullshit. That's why.
It is beautiful. It is so much fun. If you are a Warner Brothers fan, they take all the Warner Brothers characters, and they are all hanging out at a bar, but they're like the humanized versions of them.
Honestly, it sounds like a setup to be rickrolled.
It's not. It's not.
It's like, hey, Google search this.
There it is. Right there.
It's like the realistic hop-up.
Is it on your Hoopla?
Well, I don't ask me such personal questions.
He didn't even go to Hoopla. He went to Amazon. Look at that.
No,
He didn't even take his own advice.
I got the Hoopla on the iPad upstairs.
Who can we trust?
Joker?
It is a one-issue, one quick read, and it is fun. It is a fun read.
It is released in trade paperback with the entire collection of DC meets Looney Tunes.
Is there an audiobook version of this?
There is. It's narrated by Danny Glover. I don't know why.
Oh, awesome. I'm getting too old for this.
The other one I wanted to bring up that I have in my collection, again, I wish my desk light worked because it's kind of hard to see, but it's called Low, and I'm holding it upside down, but it's called Low, and it's awesome.
I've read the first 2 trades of that. Art on that's amazing.
The art in it is mind-boggling. Like, it's hard to once you get what the style is, it's really cool, but you have to acclimate yourself to the art. It's a little stylized, but it's Rick Remender, and if you like his stuff, this is a good example of it. If you know who that is, he's prolific comic book writer. Who also doesn't he also do Black Science, which is another good series?
Well, Rick Remender basically has single-handedly rewritten the X-Men recently. And he also wrote Deadly Class, which I absolutely love. If you haven't, that's another good one I can recommend.
That's pretty much all I got to say. So I'm not going to keep.
Put
if you guys
that one on your Hoopla app. Put Deadly Class on your app.
Will do.
I don't see what the Hoopla is all about.
You wouldn't though. You're kind of half drunk.
True.
Dude, I didn't realize. I'm just pulling him up on Wikipedia. He wrote Dead Space.
The video game series?
Like, he wrote Dead Space, the plot for it.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, actually, because that game freaked the hell out of me.
I have it for free somewhere, but I never actually played it.
Dead Space 1 is one of the few games that truly scared the hell out of me. It was that and Fear. That game lived up to its name back in the day.
Resident Evil 7, I couldn't even play that. That was super annoying.
For me, it was Crash Bandicoot 2.
Oh, God, the memories of that.
I played that over and over again.
And on that note...
So, we'll wrap. No sense in keeping everybody here longer than they need to be because we know time is money and sleep is good. So, T, where can we find you?
Our audience is already asleep.
You can find me here every Thursday night on Figure Action at 9 p.m. Eastern. You can also find me on my channel, T-Man978, or wherever you want to see me on social media.
Wherever you watch videos. Dave,
She
sir?
can hold this gun.
You can absolutely find me on Instagram at TrueStarScreamer. And please look on Facebook, Dave the Grillmeister. Give it a check. I'm doing some cooks on my flat top. I've got more coming up. Great way for me to kill time lately. And, of course, every week with these fine gentlemen.
Joe, I don't even know what I'm going to ask, but where can we find you?
At Elon Musk's house.
Outside of Elon Musk's house.
Outside of his house.
Trying to climb over his fence. No. Everything that Dave just said, actually, exactly
He's
what he
actually
just said.
on my Grillmeister page.
I am.
I keep a picture of Joe behind me.
Yep. Hopefully one day I'm going to do a crossover, like a collab. Joe the Griddle Führer and Dave the Grillmaster.
Change that one.
Should I go with Oven Führer? It's like,
dude, that's a line. That's a line.
this is Figure Action.
That's you got to put that as your name on the next episode.
I'll forget, honestly, in 5 minutes.
So will I. If you guys do a crossover episode, you need to do a really campy. One flips the thing off screen and the other one catches it on their grill, and super cringy, eye rolly, but it'll be amazing. But anyway, my name is Parts Former. You can see, well, it's not really. It's just this bullshit thing I came up with because it sounds really cool. But you can find me on Instagram under the same name, and you'll find me here every Thursday night with these fine gentlemen. We hope everybody's getting along in this fabulous year. Everybody's been hit hard by something or another of varying degrees. Thoughts go out to Jordan as he's dealing with some stuff right now. And we hope to have the full team back next week. But that's it. Everything else. Thanks for joining us, guys. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your weekend. And stay safe out there. See you guys.
Good night.
See ya.